Oh.
Loki, best
Loki.
Those are me and my girlfriend's VTube models.
Oh.
She's the one that's making them.
Oh, that's interesting.
She's also the one that's rigging them, and she's adding model and rigging to her commission page.
Oh, cool.
But she was getting stressed out the other week because they were harassing her on all forms of social media and even on her own stream.
Look, that's fucked.
Wait, we're live.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh shit.
We're live!
We're live! We're talking about shit! Frisky?
Is that,
Mr. Morgram, man?
Don't say it out live!
Trixie, we gotta cook.
All right, see you next week, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
I am finally back.
Oh, hello,
Trixie, we
Mr.
gotta cook.
Morgram, man.
Mr. Trixie, you remember you took your meds last week? You like it on the rocks, don't you?
Sound like RT when you say meth like that.
Meth.
I'd prefer a rock to my skull. Hello, everyone. Timing is always great for me. I had to bring in groceries, so we are back. Hello, how are you all doing? Can we be heard properly? Is everything all set?
Everyone sounds live, or sounds appropriate.
Chad is responding to us with enthusiasm. I appreciate that. Hello. Welcome back to Unlucky Rolls and our Pathfinder campaign, The Monsters of Morgram. I am Trisky, your panicked and running rampant GM. And joining me are these other nerds here who play the characters in this fantasy world, known as Runt the Goblin Druid, Chaise Longue the Mimic Fighter, Asch the Kobold Wizard, and Zephyr the Harpie Monk. Say hello, everyone, simultaneously. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Oh, you alls.
You are none of you on point.
Blue fire head.
I hopefully I managed to be on point with Runt.
Thank you.
No, you didn't. You didn't even click your button properly.
Shit.
we are really coordinated here on Unlucky Rolls, and I love it. It's part of the charm, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, we are going to be returning to our party as they find themselves in a somewhat precarious situation. They have been escorting the caravan back to the apparently beleaguered and assaulted village of Morston, which is a Brosh citizen village to the north of Stantrum, the port town that they have made very good relations with thus far and have deposed the false mayor. Or a false owner of the town. But what they have heard...
Vive le Stantrum.
Vive le Stantrum. And as they got told about this, they learned that some sort of avian threat has been facing the people of Morston and been causing casualties and other such things, and it is not looking very well. Any of the caravans that have been coming from or to the north, which have been very few and far between, have been very beleaguered and seemingly sapped of will. And it's honestly a surprise that they're not just moving away. And Zephyr was hoping that this avian notice would be, hoping and sort of loathing at the same time that it would be her fellow harpies of her coven, and that she would have to convince them not to murder people. But alas, or either for better or worse, it has turned out that they are not, in fact, the Harpy Coven at all, but instead are a group of still avian, but dark feathered individuals flying over, shooting arrows at the party as they approach. And with that in mind, I am going to set up the scene here.
If I suddenly go, I'll put a red dot on me to let you know I'm AFK. Sound good?
All right.
Because I'm still waiting for my lunch, which should have been here 20 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, he's getting like Uber Eats something.
I was supposed to have lunch by now. I hogged.
We got a hungry goblin. But yeah, we have this, we are along the road and the party has been stopped by an ambush in the tall grass nearby from the various beasts. Now, to establish something early on that is going to be relevant to you all, this is tall grass. It is like, for some of you, it is like shoulder length grass. For the smaller ones, for Runt and Asch, and for the rest of you, assuming you're humanoid, it would be like waist length. So it is damn tall, and it is not good terrain for mobility. Zephyr is probably going to be flying a lot to avoid this, but for the rest of you, you're going to have some difficulty moving around.
On that note, oh man, this could turn to be your detriment, but I will not tell a lie. I believe Zephyr was a little farther ahead towards these dudes emerging.
Yeah,
You sort of turned around towards the end of it, as I recall, so you did get this like little back, but you are definitely at the front of the cart.
All right.
That's the only thing I'm going to do. I also didn't have an excessively huge battlefield because I didn't want to prolong it that long just with excessive turns of movement, so... So
fair.
we have this combat encounter as these strange beings come out of the woodworks, and by woodworks I mean the fucking grass, and proceed to join in attacking you all as arrows have been shot at you and missed, and other things are happening. I would like everyone to click on their token on the map and then click to roll initiative for me so you can add yourself to the turn order.
Okay.
Could I get them instructions again, big boy?
Click on your
Click
token on the
your-
map. So click on Asch, and then in your character sheet, click to roll initiative.
Oh shit! 21.
21. Right. My initiative roll.
Damn.
Bugger, where is initiative? There it is. 14.
All right, quickly rolling out the stats. The ranger rolled a 16 total, and the two separate groups of dagger-wielding rogues
Wait.
rolled 17 and 14 respectively.
Wait, I
The
got a
warlock
20.
rolled a 20, damn.
Yeah, Aces went from 4 to 14 to 15 to... Were you on Ace when you rolled out the initiative?
Yes.
I think I was. I don't have
I
to
think
fix
he
yours.
was,
That's fine.
yeah.
That's my fault.
I got it.
Oh, cool. I'm now 20 now.
There you go.
Nah.
No, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, I'm
How
too
about-
fast.
Fortunately, it's not even that.
I know.
Luckily, wizards are better if they move later, because everything's grouped up by then.
I just throw a fireball over there and just set the entire fucking area on fire.
Probably safe to assume, or no, do you allow PCs before NPCs? If they have the same initiative?
Well, it doesn't really
Whoa.
matter. Yes, PCs go before NPCs, so...
What? Okay.
So, how many heads is Chaise gonna eat this time?
However many there is.
6.
He's already
So,
preparing. He's already
keep in
preparing
mind-
the scoreboard.
Keep in
All right,
mind,
ladies and gentlemen,
we are
6
currently
is on
dealing with
board.
hampered movement and difficult terrain. So
No,
I
wait, hold on.
a quick logistical question for you, DM.
Yes.
12.
Something we haven't really had to figure out yet. What other creatures would have I encountered for beast shape?
Other than the weird ones in the ocean, which would have been very little use to you right now, generally most common creatures of sort. Like if you run something by me, I'll tell you whether or not you probably would have a good idea of it. And if it's a maybe, I'll let you roll for it.
Okay.
So while you are moving along any of the tiles along the edge, realistically, you would have all been on the road. So I'm going to readjust for that right now. So you have that at least. You have multiple different things out in the. I'm losing my mind as I'm unable to multitask. I am physically incapable of multitasking. If you move into any of the grass on either side of the road, once you enter the grass, after the initial movement into the grass, any further movement beyond that costs an extra 5 feet. So like you move into the grass, costs 5 feet. Moving in yet another tile further would cost a total of 15, for example, and then 25. And then if you don't have more movement than 25, you can't move any further, for example. So it's really rough to walk around in this grass. You have to push it all aside and whatnot. So that is just for your record. Zephyr is going to start about 10 feet up in the air unimpeded, so you're flying at the moment.
Okay, doke.
Quick. These like planes where we'd see hyenas and shit.
They're not quite the savanna type now.
Okay, thank you.
We're not like Sahara savanna kind of stuff. Sahara's a desert. Never mind. You got what I mean.
Yeah.
The amount of feet above the ground that you are is going to be represented by the green stat for you, Zephyr.
Yep. The sort of green's going to be the tall grass, you said?
Yeah. The
Right.
the green areas around you, like the center area from like all of this area is road, and you can travel it just normally. But the green stat on your character, like if you click on your character, I wrote a 10 in there. That represents the number of feet above the ground.
Oh, I see. Yep.
And with that in mind, Chaise, you are currently at the forefront of the combat, having rolled the highest initiative. It is your turn to do as you see fit.
Nice. I would probably get into position if I can see any, they're in vision, right?
You can see them. You know where they are relatively. They're not stealth by any way. It's just a matter of getting to them.
Yeah, it's a matter of getting to them. So I'm probably getting myself into position somewhere near Zephyr. To give her some backup. So, how do I make like an arrow?
So there is a ruler symbol on the left side. I believe it's the fourth icon for you.
Ah, yeah.
And then once you click that, it says snap to center. You click where you're starting, and then you click and drag to wherever you want to go, and that shows you distance.
So 15 feet. That's...
Alternatively, the better way to do this probably would be to select your token and then right-click and then start moving, because that'll show you the distance as you're also moving your token.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, sort of like 15 feet here, or maybe even 20 feet over.
You could, so as long as you're along this road, it's regular movement, and the first step into the grass is 5 feet. But for example, let's say you did this movement that I'm indicating in white.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do it on this screen to show the stream. So if you were to do this and then that would be 20 feet, but this would actually be 30 feet if you went here then.
Okay.
So once you're in if you move from a tile on the grass to the grass, it's an additional 5 feet of movement for that one tile.
Right. So I'm probably gonna go along the path.
Yep, it's generally, for those of you who aren't avian, is probably in your best interest.
All right. Ta-da!
All right, so you're handing up there. Are you going to have any held action or whatnot should anything get close?
Yeah, I was gonna draw my sword and get into a battle stance. As battle stancey as a chair can get.
Yeah. So I'm assuming if any hostile gets within melee range of you, you're going to take a swing at him, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's going to be your held action, and that would be the end of your turn here.
Perfect.
All right. The enemies are beholden to the same rules for moving in the grass as you are. And 2 of the individuals at the far end shuffle about a little bit and begin to prepare something. And they both seem to be quite happy staying where they are. So as that ends up, the first group, the blue group of gentlemen, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That is 15, 20, 25. Like, if it's realistically not shown by grass like this, then yeah, it's road. It's not exactly a straight line. Just for clarity. So, they move up, and this is when Chaise would get an attack of opportunity here. So I would like you to roll your sword attack, assuming you want to still take your attack of opportunity against the one that came within melee range.
All right, attack of opportunity. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's sausage.
Okay, yes, that hits their AC. Go ahead and with the damage, 14 damage. This feathered individual comes forward bearing 2 daggers as you set yourself up on the ground nearby where Zephyr is floating in the air after having scouted ahead. They run towards you with their daggers bared, ready to strike, but as they lift both of their daggers to attempt their strike, you take a swing of your longsword and cut through a good portion of their chest. They stand firm as they manage to move themselves just right so that you didn't cleave them in 2, but they are still heavily wounded from your strike and are obviously not very happy with what you have done to them. In retort, they pull out their daggers and initiate their attack in response to slash at you with 2 daggers.
All right.
Does a AC 14 hit you?
See, checking my AC.
I believe your AC is 17. Your AC is always the blue stat on your token. So if you click on your token and look at the blue stat, in this case, yes, your AC is 17. It does not hit. In response, he attempts to swing both of his daggers at you wildly, but in response, you just weave backwards and your mimic form bends as if you're reclining your chair, and the knife attack goes over your head. As the next of these two rogues only spend their entire turn shuffling through the dense grass towards you. You all hear the sudden notching of arrows in the distance, and with a mild penalty due to the terrain, but these beings are not known, but they seem to have trained to deal with this kind of terrain in spite of their shots. You see 4 separate arrows fly loose. The targets, respectively, are Zephyr up in the air, who they have a clear shot at. That's going to be no penalty there. But everyone on the road, they have a bad shot. So 1 shot at Zephyr, 1 shot at Chaise. That one's going to get an additional penalty because you're in melee combat right now. And 1 shot at one of the horses, and the last shot at Rogart. So, first one at Zephyr. This one has no penalty. And they fail. And you can hear some strange angry avian squawking in the distance. Assumedly, that is some form of swear. You are not sure. The second shot aimed at Chaise Longue. Whatever this has, -4.
All right.
And 6 does not hit you, so a arrow lands about 2 tiles in front of you and does nothing. This shot at the horse, only a -2 because it's just the grass that's causing them issue. Damn, these guys are rolling abysmally. It misses. And the last one at Rogart.
Okay.
Does not crit confirm, I believe. I don't think that's a crit confirm. But that is a hefty shot into the one you assume is not the most adventurous of you all. He stands really tall and he's really muscular, but he is a family man more so than an adventurer, and they take a hefty shot to the chest that sends him spiraling as he looks up. And Runt, would you do a quick perception? Actually, your perception is high enough. You know this already. I'm just going to not even do that. He is doused in something. He is, the arrow shot, as it hits him, splatters, and he gets partially covered in some liquid that you don't recognize, but smells very badly. So that is what's going on there. Not sure if Runt just is AFK and forgot to do the red mark, but yeah. So he is not looking too well. I'm pretty sure you should be able to. No, I haven't said it. You can see his health now. You should be able to.
Okay. Me, I do not see his health. Above board, hey Chaise, I realized you had a feat that we weren't using, so I made you an attack just for that feat.
Okay.
Now you should be able to. Wait, what? Oh, God damn it!
sorry.
I know this word sometimes.
So you see the fourth attack, Chaise?
The fourth attack, longbow oil arrow, or
Close it and open it up. Close the sheet and open it up again.
open it up again. Yep.
Yeah, that's something special you can do because you have that feat. Less chance to hit, more damage though.
Yeah, it's a strong attack that is basically a trade-off of chance to hit for hitting harder.
Okay, so I can double attack, right? Or
well,
that would replace your basic attack. It's basically just a little bit more of a gamble, but the rewards are nicer.
Yeah, you can use those in place of your normal. But once you do a power attack, it activates for the round, so you'll have minus to hit for the round, but deal an extra 4 damage because power attack is the go-to feat for fighting melee.
Yep. All right, you should be able to see Rogart's health now. He is not in good condition from that one arrow. It hit nearly a vital spot. Zephyr, it is your turn.
Zephyr's going to rise up an extra 30 feet and then start kind of like back and forth, almost like dancing around in the air and just mockingly repeat the curses or whatever it was the guy who failed to hit her said. It's gonna kind of like look down to some of the ones still on the ground while she does it. It's like
I would like you to make a deception check for me. Or is there a bluff? Is bluff a skill? Bluff is a skill. Do bluff. Roll a bluff check. Because you're basically bluffing to pretend you know how to say these things. You don't know if your intonation is right.
Yeah, she's not trying to pretend that she knows the language. She's more trying, like, mocking them.
Fair enough.
All right, still a bluffer.
Uh,
Essentially trying to bait someone into going after her.
Yeah, it's sort of a taunt kind of thing. I'll run it as an intimidate just for brevity's sake. It's not really intimidation. You're not trying to scare them. You're trying to annoy them, but it's about the same skill in some respects. So for just brevity, your opponents seem to not appreciate this mocking tone of yours. You don't know if that's necessarily attracted any specific eyes on you, but you have a suspicion it might have.
All right.
And are you doing any other movement? Because that's sort of a free action, doing that like little mocking voice.
She would position herself where she is in the air, in front of where Chaise is.
All right. You said you went up 30 feet, so adjust the green stat to accommodate how high in the air you are. There you go. That's good. No attack attempts or anything at the moment.
Just one, if I could notice. All right. No, not going to attack or anything yet, but do any of the ones on the ground look A, like they're looking at me, or B, like they can fly if they choose?
They all seem like they can fly if they choose.
Okay, cool.
So this one steps out and proceeds to fly up to your height rather quickly, and come into melee range within the air of you, as does the one back here. They are much faster at flying than you expect them to be. This one just simply shuffles through the grass. And now two of them have flown up into the air after your angry taunting and are attempting to swing their dagger blades at you. So.
Oof.
First one hits, the second one does not. Unless you have something to mitigate that. I don't remember if you have a monk trait that will do that.
No, I should have honestly.
It's for arrows and stuff?
But now. Yeah, it's for projecting against arrows.
Yeah, it's protecting against projectiles. So yeah, in that case, you look down and see these two figures. You didn't expect them to approach you that fast as they soar through the air straight from the ground into you. And one of them, you'd manage to shuffle aside a little bit, but while you're distracted by their swings, the other one gets in close and gets in two deep gashes with their knives. So you take a total of 13 damage.
Oof, let me adjust that real.
For the meanwhile, as Runt is currently AFK to take care of something for his food, we are going to temporarily move over Runt's turn to Asch.
Nope, I'm back.
Oh, good timing.
Oh, good timing. Good job.
What happened that turn?
Two flying things flew up towards Zephyr, and one of them hit Zephyr for 13 HP.
Okay, let me know if I can do this in my turn, but I want to toss my Gobble Snakeless next to Ron, summoning Gobbles, telling him to protect them.
How does the rules book specify how, like, resummoning Gobbles?
Let me pull it up again. Druid. Spell list.
All right. Fair enough. I'm just gonna expedite things and say you managed to summon him there. I'll count that as an off action. So you have no reaction available, should you need one. But you can do a standard action still. Runt?
That's fine. Sorry, I thought I was talking while muted.
Nope.
Did you hear what it cost?
Nope, I didn't hear a word you said after you started looking it up.
All it takes is for me to set it, or for it to be on the ground and me uttering the command phrase to release it.
Yeah, so you just don't get a reaction, but you manage to summon gobbles in a single turn and still get your standard action off.
I also want to use to give him, as I'm walking by, a potion that I have.
He takes it.
I'm just handing it to him. Yeah.
Yeah, he just takes it.
Oh shit. That's what we want to do. And then use my.
So for those of you listening in audio, Runt was right behind Rogart, the caravan leader, and steps by and hands him a healing potion from the looks of it.
Then for my continuing on, I would like to use Wild Shape to transform into a direwolf.
Direwolf, all right, yes, that is something that you would have access to.
Oh my god, Runt Animorph.
Yes. Do we want to pull out a token just to work for that for now?
God.
Give me a second. Let's see if I can find one real quick
Runt's
for you.
morbing.
Probably some of the compendium.
And back he's gonna morb.
He's morbing.
It's morbing time!
I still hate the fact they never had that phrase in the goddamn thing.
Did you like the magical girl transformation sequence?
No.
It is.
What size class is a direwolf? Large?
Technically, I cannot become a large, so it's shrunk down to a medium size.
All right, so you are a medium-sized direwolf.
Yes. I need control of the token.
Give me just a second. I'll set it up.
I'm morbed all over the cart.
Fuck off.
Oh. I need to change some values because the direwolf has different statistics for health. Well, technically not by much. It has one less HP than I do. So we'll just do this.
We have a direwolf thing base available. It is normally a large animal, but in this case it's medium, and you can realistically adjust some stats accordingly.
What is green bar used for?
Green bar I've been using for height, so
okay,
it's
I'm
not
using
being
it for
used.
this form's health.
Yeah, since you can't really fly, that's fair enough.
So I have a 50-foot movement. And I'm going to start between
You used 5 feet of that to move forward.
So I have 45 feet. I want to get to right here. And because I'm a wolf, I have bite plus trip.
You cannot hit either of them. Both of them are 40 feet in the air, just an FYI.
Oh, what about the blue one?
The blue one is not. The blue one is on the ground.
Okay, so 5, 10.
Yeah, the blue one was engaging Chaise. The 2 red ones were in the air.
So I retract.
You can go into this tile. Zephyr is also 40 feet in the air, so you are able to do that.
Well, I wanted to get flanking with Chaise, so that way they get more to hit.
Right, you're moving within combat range of it, and you're not leaving, so no attack of opportunity. That's how that works.
Yep. A bite, so d20 plus 7.
Yeah, you can make that just fine.
That
That's a
hits.
24 to hit. All right, roll damage for your attack.
The damage is 1d6 plus trip. 8 plus 6. Oh, that's wrong.
1d89 plus 6.
That's
okay.
And now,
so you promptly come up behind this creature, flanking it from behind as Chaise took a cleave out of its torso and it failed to react with its dives to Chaise. And as this happens, the form darts up behind this avian creature, leaps up, and bites down deep into its neck, ripping its flesh and feathers out as it falls over dead.
Ish, there is a direwolf in front of you. Chaise, there's a direwolf in front of you now.
That smells oddly of runt.
Oh my goodness! Mon
Take
Dieu!
a chomp out of it. There's another head in the field.
If a wolf could have a southern draw, it would.
Straw hat and straw in the mouth.
So runt, you have to attempt to do it, but you have to add growls and such to it as you speak.
Well, I can't speak. It's all wolf. It's all growls and wolf.
Try and fake talk in wolf. So just for flavor's sake, is there any portion of Runt's attire that is still visible on this thing? Like, do you have your necklace on around the wolf as like a collar?
Yeah, because anything I can choose to not be. So everything, I would say the necklace would be, because it's not really breaking anything, because the neck isn't too big. But if it were to break, it wouldn't. So the necklace would be there.
All right, yeah. So physically, you can see a direwolf wearing Runt's necklace.
Whoa!
What is this wolf? This Lulu is. Oh my goodness! She has like complex math happening. Runt is a luga.
It's just that one fucking meme of the lady looking around as all the math equations fly around her. Except it's Chaise.
Whoa.
And with that, that's about the end of what you can do on your turn. It is now Asch's turn to act.
Oh boy! What the fuck am I gonna do here? Sorry, much I could realistically do.
You're probably one of the few that can get him out in the air with magic.
I got no fucking ability to keep them out of the air. Unless I pop an air bubble around them. Choke them out.
You got damaging spells.
I mean, he basically means that you actually have ranged potential in this combat encounter, so you may want to use it.
Okay, call me out. What group of these fuckers can I hit at this distance? How far can I hit?
What spell are you looking at? Because you have different spells. Magic Missile has a range of 100. You can hit literally anyone on this field.
Cool. I'm a sniper.
This entire map is less than the. This entire map is less than the max distance of your ability. So
you have 3 missiles to shoot out.
I can literally just be a fucking sniper.
Yep, that's basically one of the nice things about being a magic caster. You have range.
Right.
So, who, if anyone, would you like to identify as your target?
I don't think these two are going to be an issue.
Can I make suggestions?
You can make.
Green.
Fair fucking point. I'm going to snipe at one of these two over here.
All right, top one or bottom one of those two. Just identify one.
Let me get a coin. Heads or tails? Fuck, my coin's gone. Oh, shit!
All right, I'll take that as a tails. You're going to attack the bottom one as you scramble to find your coin. Oh, no.
I cut my foot now.
Oh, you may want to focus on patching that up. Hopefully it wasn't too deep.
Good. Let me just do a coin flip. Heads top, tails bottom. Heads, top one.
Okay, top one. That is your target right now. So go ahead and you. It is just a. As I recall, magic missile works. It's not really something that you have to roll to hit. It just hits.
Yeah,
if I recall correctly.
Missile.
So that is 3 missiles total, you said, based on level?
Yep. At 5th level, there are 3. So 15 damage.
All right, that is 15 damage. You hear a avian squawk of pain off in the distance as your fingertips release these 3 beams of light that seek out your target and proceed to stab from multiple angles through the air.
True flavor text. He's holding his hand like a revolver. Yeehaw, it's high noon, fucker.
It's not. It's high noon, Chucklefucks.
Made a fatal slip.
GM, I got a question.
Shoot.
As a druid, I get woodland stride, which means I can move through any sort of undergrowth without any hindrance to my speed. And since
can you? Is there any way you can post that in chat for me to read through a little bit?
I'll post it in DM.
In DM.
Give me a second. I'm also chewing food.
Hannah monsters. God damn it, Chaise.
Animonsters.
Okay, yeah, that very much covers this. So you are not impeded by the tall grass.
All right. Yeah, no, I just wanted to double check.
Yep, I just wanted to check the wording, but yeah, that absolutely does cover this situation. As of right now, Ron, as a NPC, takes his turn to cower underneath the bare amount of cover that the cart provides, and Rogart pops open this bottle that you gave him, smells it, and takes a drink as he steps back into cover.
Oh, real quick, a little retroactive. Goblins would have covered Ron, so he's just encasing him, so he's protecting.
Yeah, Ron's basically safe at this point unless they get in real close, so.
I wouldn't even call. Yeah, I mean, even if they close,
can you send me the amount that potion heals that you had?
I think it was a basic healing potion, so what I could do is just roll my healing spell.
Yeah, go ahead and just do that.
12 HP.
12 HP? Gotcha. All right. Most of his wounds seem to taper over as while it is healing, he removes the arrow, but he is unable to remove this strange substance on top of him. He does not seem pleased by it, but he is doing a lot better now and proceeds to hunker down by the cart as a means of avoiding getting immediately sniped out of fucking nowhere. So, with that in mind, Chaise, your main target has been murdered. There are still some other ones. So if you click on any of them, you should be. I'm gonna slowly fix this, but you should be able to see their green stat. That indicates how far above the ground they are. If it's 0, they're on the ground at your level. If they're 5, if they're either 5 or 0, you can still reach them from the ground. If they're anything higher than that, then they're in the air above you.
Okay.
Chaise does have a bow.
Yeah, I mean you can use that too, but I'm assuming you want to chop heads off with your sword.
Yeah, I'm more comfortable with you. I want to try out the greatsword technique. It's probably gonna be a risk, but I will like to try it out. So the red polka dot I can see, or
Yeah,
you. God damn it! I hate hidden buttons. For all intents and purposes, you can see anyone. It's just a matter of getting to them through the grass.
Okay.
Like the grass is thick enough to be a hindrance, but not thick enough to hinder vision completely.
Okay. Okay. So I'm probably gonna so I guess the blue polka dots one are on the ground then.
The colors don't necessarily indicate they indicate a group to save time in initiative order, but they're individually able to be in different positions. So The two blue ones near you are in the air attacking Zephyr, and the last one is dead.
Okay.
Well, no, sorry. The two red ones here are in the air. Sorry, I mixed it up. And the blue ones over here, yes, are on the ground.
All right, I get it now. Yeah, so
and
I'll move over there.
You can move underneath Zephyr and these two red token ones because they are all in the air like 40 feet above you. They're not impeding you at all.
Oh, okay. So I can move over there and let me see. Let's see how many feet that is. Roughly 25 feet. I can.
You can move either here or here, and this is fine.
All right, I'll move over there.
Basically, once like 75% of the tile is covered in green, we can really consider it to be in the grass. Otherwise, it's not impeded.
Yeah. And now, as per usual, I'm gonna get into a melee stance so I can get an attack of opportunity. And that would be just the.
I mean, you could just swing.
You can attack.
Oh, I can attack. Okay.
Yep.
Cool beans. Then I can do. All right.
You could technically charge this, to my knowledge. I forget how charge affects things in this game, though.
Power attack. Let's.
All right, we're gonna do a greatsword power attack. You swing, and it's a powerful blow as it fells most of the grass nearby, but it fails to hit its target as the Tengu beast jumps up.
So it's basically like a Stardew Valley situation where I've been playing Stardew Valley too much, where I've been just cutting grass.
Mayor Lewis
yeah, you cut the grass, but you missed the monster. But that is the situation you find yourself in.
He tried.
All right.
I believe in you, Chaise.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Gotta count things out a little bit for these warlocks as they move up. And I just need to double check the range on some of these things. That is not going to help. All right, so they are not close enough to do what they want to do yet. So they are going to do something else instead. I believe I have something at least that they can shoot out. Give me just a second.
One.
Okay. I got what I needed from that. I need to pull up the other spell. One of them, the one on the left, points their hand at Chaise and utters some word, and I would like you to make a reflex saving throw for me.
All right, reflex saving throw.
It is a DC 16. If you got 16 or higher, you manage to dodge this outright.
Mm-hmm. All right. So it's...
So click your sheet, and it should be under the main tab, and you need to click the dex.
Fortitude, reflex, will.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's reflex.
Yeah, reflex, will.
It's underneath AC, touch, and flat-footed.
AC to... reflex, here we go. Woo!
You do not manage to dodge it. Okay, so Chaise, as you're attempting to swing and cutting grass instead, you find all of a sudden a small cloud forms above your head. This black cloud begins to rain instantly upon you, and you are unable to move yourself aside, as you are now covered in a strange oily substance that smells really badly.
Oh no! Oh no! Somebody rained on my parade.
And, the other one, noticing that this has succeeded, does this. I would like you to make another... Actually, no. It's only for the oil. So...
I hate to be the guy, but it targets one fine object. Does he light something and throw it? Because that would be funny.
I would jokingly say the oil would be a fine object.
What about the tall grass?
That is
That's
true.
true.
Grass is an object.
Yeah, he lights some strands of the tall grass that you cut that are landed on you.
There you go. Woo!
God, now
And
that I think about
with
it.
that in mind,
Sorry.
Chase, as you are standing there looking all over yourself at this foul-smelling liquid and hating the moment of it, you suddenly notice that one of the strands of straw grass that is stuck to your skin ignites, and the substance that is coating you goes up in flames as you now have the you are now on fire, basically, just for brevity's sake, and you are also going to take 1d4 fire damage initially.
So just roll 1d4.
I'll do that for you. You take just 1 damage so far. It's an initial shock, and you have a little bit of leathery protection, but you are currently on fire, and every turn going forward, you will take an additional 1d4 fire damage until you manage to put it out.
Mon Dieu, les feux, au secours!
This chair's on fire. Pretty hot.
Oh God, the chair's on
This chair
fire!
is on fire.
What do we do when the chase is burning?
I was gonna ask, can I roll some sort of roll to see if I can detect on what kind of liquid this is, but that would make no sense.
You could very easily tell from what has just happened that some form of flammable liquid. That's about all you really need to know.
Okay, time to coat the furry in it. Time to burn down Furcon.
As it is now the 2 is fire red. Can Chase see fire? Don't give me this existential crisis
Oh my
scroll.
God,
Shut up.
that is correct. Okay, chat, let's have a vote. Can Chase see fire?
Well, no, but they can probably feel fire, so
But that's
I
another
can
question. Can
probably-
Chase feel?
yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Chase has
Totally
nerve.
agree.
Chase has nerve endings. It wouldn't be fun to torture her otherwise.
I'm so sorry, Chase.
What the
And as you stand there with these 2 looking at you now on fire,
feels like?
two of these rogues, both of these rogues that you have been encountering and fighting with, including the one that you failed to chop the head off of, slash at you. 15 does not hit, but 19 does, so you take a total of 11 damage
Oh
as
boy!
two knives slice into you in rapid succession.
10 damage or
11 damage. 8 plus
11?
3.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's time to lick the rock. Become
Iron
stone.
Chase is going Super Saiyan 1.
Clone.
On next episode, Chase finally goes Super Saiyan 2.
Yeah, I think I should touch the rock.
There we go. Now you're set up right.
Thank you.
But that is that turn, as yet more arrows seem to come out from the surrounding area. One is aimed at the direwolf that felled one of their companions. Damn, these guys are rolling shit.
It's those winged arms. Just not
2 of
good
them
for the
go towards the horses, actually.
Actually, that's a fair point. If these fuckers have wings, how are they pulling the bow?
They're on the ground.
They have wings and talons that they can use. They have something set up. Both of these horses take an arrow. I forget how much health a standard ass horse has. Probably not very much.
20?
A standard horse has 15 HP, so they are both still alive, but they are now doused with the strange substance that splashes off as the arrow pierces through them, and neither of them want to be here anymore.
I would say that Roger needs to make an immediate animal handling check.
Yeah, that would be it.
This could go really great for what I'm about to do, though.
I know. And there's just me sitting in the cart on like a sniping position with just the acid staff pointed on my knee.
Oh, yeah, just casually, just like, stop walking, you two!
They immediately like stay flying forward
the
horse.
fear of God into those horses.
There is one.
No, go on.
There is one last shot, firing through the air, aiming at the strange lizard thing that shot at him with another arrow. So one shot going into Asch. Let's see if it hits. Yes, it does hit. Asch, you take 13 damage and you are now doused with the same strange, bad-smelling substance. Yep, that's a single longbow arrow. Placed very well. Yeah, that fucking hurts, doesn't it?
Not 60. I was give myself 56.
Overheal. Arrow continues. Overheal. Overshield.
I pop a mercy ult.
Clanking into him and just like knocking him down, almost like just a blunt object ramming into him. Just
yeah, because I got scales, so realistically they wouldn't penetrate that easily unless it's a full force and gravity.
Blunt force trauma.
So I am going to mark things appropriately with this little bottle symbol to indicate that they are doused.
I thought. So I'm assuming the one that shot at me was the one with the half health.
Oh yeah, you didn't like that, you magic missile.
Oh well, motherfucker! Guess who's getting shot next time?
Why are there two Ashes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my question. Why is there two of me?
You guys see two Ashes? I do not.
Yeah, like I got 2 healths on the board.
Yeah, you was moved over to Roger.
Oh no, I moved myself because I saw another health bar underneath myself.
Oh, the one underneath you is Ron.
NPCs' health bars show up above them, not below them.
Oh.
That's how I differentiate them. So that is the 5 HP that the little kid has.
Get him into the back of the damn thing.
Too late.
Oh yeah, that's right. Ron.
You can click on yourself and find out how much HP you have, so there's that. Zephyr, you are in aerial melee combat with 2 bastards.
Yeah, so starting with the bastard who slashed her, Zephyr's going to use her flurry of blows and try to stun both these guys.
All right. So the first one swings.
Make these -2.
Still the same result. The first one, you go into your flurry of blows attempting to hit, and they daftly fly aside to avoid your strikes. But the second one takes it straight to the face, taking the damage on. The one that hit you, by the way, is the one on the right. So the one that actually gets hit by you is the one on the left. And gets stunned, which I believe would make it hard for them to fly. Now, wouldn't it?
The air, I hope. Yeah.
Yep, so they are going to fall 40 feet. And I am going to, just to keep things brief, roll 1d4 plus 2. Alright, so they take an additional 3 damage from hitting the ground. As that is, unless you're going to try and move out of combat, that is your turn.
Yep, because she would still be in melee range of the one that wasn't stunned. Right?
Yep. Yeah, it would be.
Right. Yeah, so no, she's gonna stay where she is.
All right. The one who wasn't stunned now proceeds to take a couple knife swings at you again midair. That is the wrong roll. That is the short bow. Oops. That is the right bow. I'll use the attack hit of the first one, the 7, so it does miss. I think it would miss either way, but I'll use the first one to be fair because I accidentally rolled that first. And so the 2 swipes that come at you, blades flashing brightly in the sun as they wince past your face. You duck, daftly ducking aside underneath with your wings and everything to avoid these hits. The second one proceeds to take a dashing attack at Runt. It's not actually a charge, just for gameplay's sake. He's still doing his regular, like, 2 swing attack.
Just going to attacking.
And fucks up and misses. Damn, these guys are not getting good rolls so far, which is to your advantage, as this thing charges up to you, attempts to swing at you, and now it's your turn.
Well, luckily, I don't need... Well, I am going to... Boop. 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 Okay, so, hold on. Wait, no. Going here, 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 here.
Right, so that would be an attack of opportunity.
Correct.
Right. As you attempt to run, he gets his grounding. As you attempt to run past the creature, pulls the knives back and attempts to stab into you as you move past them. And 18 AC hits. All right, so you take 10 damage and slashing wounds as you sprint past.
I need green. -10, you say?
-10, 5 + 5.
Shred, you say? All right, yeah, no, this guy's gonna get a bite, and we'll go from there. Assuming the hits.
Give me just a second. Roll damage. So this being sees you approaching rapidly and lunges out at it, and in its haste to not be killed, instead decides to cast Windy Escape as an immediate action in response to your attack to mitigate 10 of that damage, thus only taking 3.
Okay, so it's still in the same place, but it still did take a hit, correct?
Yes, it gives it like a turn of DR. No, it would mitigate any poison, sneak attacks, or crit hits, but that doesn't apply here.
It does get tripped. I need to roll a CMB roll versus a CMD. Because as part of the wolf's bite attack, they get a trip as a free action whenever they bite.
All right. Is that a reflex save or something of the sort? Or
I need to beat his CMD.
CMD. Let me get that for you.
Oh.
CMD 14. You beat it barely.
So he is on the ground.
So that is... They have taken less damage, but as they come out of this windy state, they find themselves knocked prone. So let me get a symbol for that. There isn't a really good straight-up prone symbol. I'm just going to use this one with the arrows. Fuck it. Because I'm already using the other, like, on-the-ground one to indicate cover.
We could use this one.
Fair enough, yeah. That's sort of a similar state of being, so I'll use the net. I'll use that net, whatever.
And this is where he gets royally screwed, because if he tries to get up, and he doesn't have the ability to do so without provoking, he provokes. And if I hit, he's tripped again.
You're just going to stun lock him at this rate if you can.
This is an endless cycle with all
All right. When the effects of prone on abilities, what does it do?
The prone condition. This up. Prone. The creature has a -4 penalty on attack rolls and gets +4 AC against ranged attacks, but -4 AC
Against melee. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Standing up is a move equivalent action that attacks of.
Yep. You're not holding it down hard enough. You're cutting out a little bit, but I got the gist of it.
Oh no, I'm right next to my mic. I don't know.
Yeah.
Basically, -4.
We're good. Yeah,
AC.
I got the information I needed to know, so we are good there. Asch, it also is sort of a moot point because it's not even their turn yet. Asch, it's your turn actually. Do you want to magic missile the guy who shot you?
Bitches get stitches.
All right, roll damage for your attacks.
Well,
You just click magic missile again.
Where did I put that? There we go. Should be popping up soon.
Because roll 20. Soon, because roll 20 is what I was saying. There we go. Fucking finally. 3 shots at 3 damage. They're still barely alive. They're still barely alive.
How much health is that fucker on?
You did 15 the first time and 9 the second time. Put together that number, that's 24. You could probably guess how much health they have if they barely survived.
He's on 1, so I basically put him in the same situation I have. You fuckwit, now piss off!
Bleeding rather profusely from multiple magical wounds is no fun, but they still stand somehow.
Next turn from bleed.
Yeah, no bleed effect, sadly for you from this. Ron, I'm just going to remove from initiative order because Ron's entirety of response is just going to be cowering. Don't even know why I added him in the first place. And now, so this one was on the ground. What is your movement capability? All right, Ron is instead going to do this and move up to this point, basically using the horses as cover, and stays there for a moment, plotting to charge forward at the next opportunity, as it is now Chaise's turn. Chaise, roll 1d4 for me. And takes said amount of damage from your roll.
Oh, 1d4.
/r space 1d4. You take an additional 4 damage. You are down to 31 HP. But it is your turn now. You can attempt to take a swing at these two. Or one of them, at least.
I'm gonna go for the safer option. Hit one of these guys with my longsword.
Great sword swing time, go.
Great sword swing time, let's go!
That is a hit. Which one are you attacking, left or up?
Left.
All right, so you take a large gouging swing, very similar in damage to the one that you did prior, actually, to the gentleman who charged you earlier, as you take a big chunk into their chest, and they are not all too keen on that. As they bounce back a little bit. You are still currently on fire, but your fire on you doesn't equate to fire damage to them, sadly, so...
The fire that burns within me, something follow, quote.
Yes. So, for prone, does that affect touch attacks?
Any melee attacks while it's on the ground has a minus.
Okay, yes, so it does, because the touch attack is basically just a melee roll, effectively. Well, instead of standing up, they are going to attempt to place their hands on you with a shocking attack and roll a 19. That's a -4, though, so it's a 15. Does 15 AC hit you in your current form in this situation?
There is also penalty for attacking in melee. I'm going to take an attack of opportunity because he probably doesn't have combat casting.
Yeah.
And if I hit, he needs to roll a concentration check to see if he maintains the spell.
I mean, it isn't instantaneous.
That is true.
So he will get his damage in first, assuming he hits. Did an AC 15 hit?
AC 15 does. Beats by 1.
It does. It does hit. All right. So you take a total of 16 shock damage to your current form. So you're taking a big chunk, but you do crit, and they did just use their spell to do that. And they have no ability to also cast their previous means of avoiding the majority of the damage. So roll damage, or crit confirm if you need to.
I believe Pathfinder rolls natural 20s as guaranteed crits, unless it's a crit on a 19. You need to confirm.
Okay.
So this is a natural 20. That is
9 damage. That. And what about the additional crit damage?
The crit is multiplied, I believe.
So is it a times 2 on that attack?
I believe it's a times 2, so that is...
That has 18 damage. This creature raises up its hands at you in defiance and grabs at your neck, and as it does, you feel a magical jolt of electricity painfully coursing through your body. But in response to this, instead of wincing and retreating, you bite down into this creature, and your strike, in spite of the haze to your vision in the moment from the shock going through your body, lands true as you snap its neck, and the creature loosens its grip and falls dead.
You know the things dogs do when they're chewing on something? They violently shake their head. One of those. Just shake.
Yeah, right? It's getting ripped apart yet more, and its companion next to it is not all too happy about that.
Primal. Let me up my gain a little bit.
I like imagining it from the companion's point of view too. You just see like getting struck through with electricity, but just like bites in, rips it up. Eventually, the electricity just stops, and it just looks over at them.
The other magical creature looks over at this scene in horror and proceeds to launch a strange object at you.
Saving throw.
The DC is wrong. But
I need to check to see if I use mine or the creature's resistances.
I forget how to calculate spell DC.
Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna bother retconning this because I didn't realize that in this form I get +2 strength and AC, so I'm not gonna bother with that. Spell save DC is basically.
Is it like level plus modifier?
Let me find out right now.
Like I would assume something like 10 plus level plus modifier.
10 plus spell level.
10 plus spell level.
Oh wait, no, that's to cast spells. DC is 10 plus spell level plus modifier. Caster
10
modifier.
plus, yes, caster modifier. Sorcerer modifier is, as I recall, is it charisma or wisdom?
Charisma sorcerer.
All right. I am not going to posthumously adjust this, so this is pretty funny. DC is spell level is 1 and charisma is -1 actually, so it is a DC 10.
All right. What is the direwolf's reflex? It's +6. 1d20 +6. Because
roll a 1.
20 +6.
All right. You still get, it's a partial reflex save. So you still get only stuff. So it's a tangle. It basically acts as a Tanglefoot bag. So this is how a Tanglefoot bag. A Tanglefoot bag is a small sack filled with tar, resin, or other sticky substances. When you throw a Tanglefoot bag at a creature, as a ranged touch attack with a range increment of 10 feet. That's if it's actually just thrown. This is a spell, so it acts different. Bag comes apart and goo bursts out, entangling the creature. This says that would normally actually be a DC 15, but you pass that anyway, so it doesn't change anything. The entangled creature takes a -2 penalty on attack rolls and a -4 penalty to dexterity, and you succeeded your reflex save, so you are not glued to the floor, unable to move. It can only move at half speed, though, so your speed is reduced by half.
And this isn't affected by my druid terrain stuff.
No, this is you're covered in glue and stuff, and your movement is impeded. It's not a terrain-related thing, so okay. Your speed in this form is reduced by half at the moment.
Listen, and I'm doing the world a favor by focusing the casters.
Yep. You take a -2 on attack rolls and a -4 to dexterity.
Is that if I would have failed? Or is that regardless?
No, that is just raw. You take those. Those aren't based on the partial success for the reflex save is you don't get rooted to the ground completely. That's all the reflex save really does for you, gameplay wise. So that is what they are doing, and they proceed to go 5, 15, 25 feet back, scurrying into the grass. As that is the end of their turn. The two rogues by Chaise are not all too happy with being attacked back, because of course they aren't, and they both proceed to take swings at Chaise. The first one definitely does not hit. The second one does, and you take an additional 10 points of damage. So you're down to 21. That is accordingly all they are able to do. Neither of them decides to scurry aside out of combat range, so they are both still in melee range with you. Meanwhile, the rangers around seem to all realize the impending threat. Most of them turn and loose arrows at the dire wolf. The one that is wounded still shoots at Asch, because fuck you. Fuck you too, buddy! Basically, yeah, that's basically the exchange you two are having right now. Fuck this guy too. So this is the one at Asch. I'm just going to do that first for brevity. Do you have any reactionary spells or anything that you can use?
Would you count magic armor's reactionary? Otherwise, no, I don't think so.
Nope. Doink, knocked out.
Game over.
You are not going to be like sent into death state, but you are completely unconscious now. So I'm just gonna say you're down to 0, just for brevity.
Well,
and
Pathfinder does do that negative, stupid stuff.
Yeah, I'm ignoring that for the sake of this.
Gotcha.
I'm just deciding that that's not happening by my will as the god of this universe.
God says no.
AKA the ever so modest and humble DM.
God said no, fuck off.
3 more arrows launch in our wolf's direction. Jesus.
Alright, well, they all hit. So let me... First things first.
Feeling real self-conscious about his earlier shots.
Well, my AC is different and outside of wolf form. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a -4 to dex, so whatever that would affect for your AC.
Well, that would affect this form. Would it carry over?
No.
Okay. Well, the first one definitely would put me out of my form, which
is a 12 damage out of your form.
Which puts me
back here as Runt.
minus 1 HP as runts.
Then another total of 19 damage. So total of 20 damage.
Because my natural AC is higher than.
Gotcha.
Form.
Okay, so your base AC in that form, so you only take the first of those 2 remaining
I would
attacks?
take the first 2 hits. Total, the last one.
So you take the 12 that knocks you out of your form and the 13 after that. So you're down to 24 out of your form.
Yep.
I'm just going to move the other version of you to the GM lair for brevity's sake. And
they probably made it a lot worse because now I can.
Now you can spellcast again.
Boy, do I have a whopper of a spell today.
They end their turn by spreading out yet further. They can all move. They have 30-foot movement in the grass, and considering it's rough terrain, and they don't overcome rough terrain, they have to move like half speed. All right, Zephyr. You're still in aerial combat with this one guy who wasn't stunned out of the shot. The other one recovers at the beginning of this next turn, by the way.
All right. So she's gonna try again for the first of her flurry of blows on this guy.
All right. First one hits, second one does not.
All right. So first one was the stunning fist.
All right. So they take a stunning hit.
And I'm looking at so I looked some stuff up. I think damage is a D6 per 10 feet dropped. If there's like nothing supporting them.
Yeah, I just did the other thing for brevity this time, but that's funnier. Damn, 10 feet causing D6 damage? That sounds like a lot, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so roll 46. See if you somehow roll low enough to not kill this thing. No, it is almost completely dead from full HP, let alone in its current state, as it falls to the ground and its neck snaps.
Nice.
I will say, since we didn't know the ruling before, the other one is still alive. And only took the according amount of HP that I said earlier. Maybe it miraculously hit a very soft patch of dirt, we'll say, as a cop-out, but going forward, we'll use that rule for fall damage. So yeah, you knocked that one out. You are now 40 feet in the air, no longer in melee combat. You can move if you would like.
Yeah, she's gonna... She's gonna move, fly about 20 feet up. Still now Longue, taunting, repeating what they said, mocking.
Trying to get their attention.
Yep.
Yeah, so suffice to say, all the ones with the red dots are pissed at you and are effectively taunted, just to make things clear. The other ones are more preoccupied with the things that are greater immediate threats to them.
All right. Yeah. And I think, yeah, that's all.
I'm going to move this guy to the side because he's my token for the turn order. But the other two proceed to fly up to you. You are still about 40 feet up, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Both are flying up to you and attempt to do the same usual stunt that they do, which is straightforward stabbing with knives. The first one is a 12. I believe that misses. The second one is 19. That does 11 damage.
Oof.
Which I believe is one short of knocking you out right now.
Yep.
So you are not in good condition, suffice to say.
The risk she took was calculated. Boy, was she bad at math.
But the last one of them is dead, so that is the entirety of that rogue turn. Run.
Real quick, I'm just gonna say I'm a fucking idiot because I have natural spell, which means I can cast spells while in wolf form. But all you're going to see is Runt stand there looking up, muttering to himself. And for this round, I have to cast the spell. So that's it for me this round. I'm casting a spell.
All right. Asch, you are unconscious. Just to throw you a bone, though, Ron is going to attempt to wake you the fuck up with his non-existent medical skill.
I think he's just better off dragging me behind Gobbles. No?
All right. Basically, in order for this to work, I've set it to a +1 just so I actually have a quick access to it, but he has a +0. You need a nat 20 with this guy because he's a kid, so we'll see. Hi, decently close, but no dice. He's trying to work on waking you up and failing miserably.
Good try again.
Close, but no cigar.
Close, but no cigar.
Rogart steps out from behind the horse and pulls out a crossbow that he has from the cart and aims up at the weaker one of the two that is assaulting Zephyr in the sky right now and takes a shot. I believe that's only going to be a -2 for shooting into. I'm going to roll a 1d2. On a 1 he hits you, on a 2 he hits nothing. All right.
Oh.
Okay. I'm going to have him roll a separate attack to see if he even hits you, though, luckily. So he has another chance to fuck this up and not hit you at all. But the shot whizzes past them. And to you, add -2 to whatever this AC is. He misses. Okay. So he whizzes an arrow that barely goes past your face.
Can Zephyr use redirect missile? Do you have the deflect bolts?
Yeah, she has a deflect bolt. So if it but it has to be like if you would have taken damage. So if that went bad, then she would have used it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because then you could grab it and toss at one of the other two fuckers next to you.
That would have been nice.
Would have been funny, but no dice there. As it is now Chase's turn. You have two guys up and running on you. Do we have action surge kind of stuff with fighters in this game, and would you have access to any?
There is no type of thing. Fighters just attack more often, higher levels.
Okay. When is the first of that? Is that like level 7?
Level 6, once you get +6/+1.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Although you can attempt to cleave at a penalty if you don't have it.
Yeah, you can attempt a cleave attack, which is harder to hit, but hits multiple people around you.
Okay. What would that? What would I have to roll?
I believe you would take it's a penalty to the roll, to your attack roll.
So whatever you roll minus whatever cleave penalizes, go ahead and roll it, and we'll figure out in a second.
I think it's a -2.
-2.
So just go big. Just go big.
Okay.
Do it all.
That does not hit.
Yeah. That does not hit.
I'm sorry.
Mm.
As you swing wide, and these two duck underneath. You also take 1d4 more damage.
Well, it would be a separate attack on the follow-up targets. The first one hit.
No, the fire that she's still on.
No.
Yeah.
Cleaving. You have to make separate attacks against multiple targets.
So roll another attack on the second one. So the first one misses. So let's see if you hit the second one.
Okay.
Chase's icons look like their eyes.
That is a hit.
Damn.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Okay. So How is Chaise left or right-handed?
I guess left-handed. The way I
Why are you holding the sword in the wrong hand?
Well, I'm just doing that because I need to decide which one gets hit by the follow-up attack because we never really specified the order. The one who was not wounded before is now grievously wounded, but both of them are still standing.
Okay.
Oh, it is not looking too happy. I forget the range on this one, but I think this is their only real means of working. Just pulling this up real quick. Okay, that would be... Would it be close enough? Yes, barely. Barely, as a strange orb of substance flies at you. I'm just going to roll the damage manually because I actually didn't add this in full for for brevity's sake, but it's just acid splash. It's 1d3 damage. And it does have to be a ranged touch attack, so I actually have to roll for damage for an attack. So I'm just going to roll as if it's a short bow. So that would hit, I believe, and it actually does this much damage. 1 damage. You take a tiny little orb of acid to the shoulder, and it hurts. And that's it, Runt. That's all that happens to you that turn.
Oh. The short bow? It would have hit.
No, it was actually acid splash. I just used a short bow for the attack hit.
Gotcha.
Just for brevity's sake.
Okay.
2 blue rogues, 1 couch. Who wins? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Now. The crit confirmed does not bode well.
Oh boy.
The first one hits, the second one misses, but it's an NPC. I don't know if crits work differently.
They work the same way as PCs. So if the 19 beats her AC...
It does, so that would be a crit. Alright. I have a deal with the devil for you, Chaise.
Okay.
You will survive on 1 HP, but after the battle, you will take a grievous and permanent wound.
Oh shit.
Yes or no?
Okay,
It'll be randomly rolled, but if it doesn't make sense for you, I'll re-roll it.
No, I can go with it. I can work with it.
Alright, set yourself to 1 HP. I will remember that for after the session is over. And you are still up and running, just barely.
Ace Pangy update. She has a tear in her seam. Oh, Chaise
We'll
has
see.
a tear and the stuffing coming out. That's
Oh no.
it's guts. A chair's made of people. It's made out of all the heads you devoured.
Alright. The rangers around you split up their attention. The one that has been mostly wounded by Asch outright retreats from battle. So they are gone. The rest of them sort of divvy up their shots accordingly. One of them is aiming up at Zephyr, but is shooting into combat. And another one is aiming at Runt. So one's aiming at Runt, one at Zephyr, and the last one is still aiming at the horses over here. I believe that's about how much HP each one had, respectively. So let me roll these longbow shots. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Actually, no, I forgot to mention this at the time, so I'm going to do as you've been doing and not retcon it. But this shot, if it hits, will douse you.
I haven't been hit by a crossbow bolt. I've been hit by
No, you've been hit by the archers a couple times because of the.
in wolf form.
Yeah, you got hit in wolf form and then once in grunt form.
Gotcha.
So you would have been doused, but I forgot to do it at the time, so don't worry about it. Unless you get hit now. So this is at Runt. As soon as it decides to go through. That does not hit, for sure. This is at Zephyr. Definitely does not hit. That's a single digit. And this last one is at another one of the horses. Yeah, that hits. The horse is still up, though. They just do not like it at all. And are grievously wounded, and Rogard has to make another check of his. Calm the fuck down, successfully. But that is the end of the archer's turn, the ranger's turn. Zephyr, you are back up and running.
Ooh, so pretty badly wounded, but still bobbing and weaving up here in the air. She's going to throw flurry of blows. This time, one to each. She's gonna throw the first one's gonna be a stunning fist at the new guy up here. And then the second one's going to be just a normal attack at the one who was already fell.
Yep, all right. So, Stunning Fist first, go. That does hit. 7 damage, then roll 4d6. Hits the ground like a sack of bricks, but still groans and starts getting up.
I also want to add the fatigue condition to Stunning Fist as part of my monk.
All right. How does that work for me and the knowledge of chat?
Was it?
All right. So
Oh, this one can't fly anymore because they are now fatigued.
nice.
Roll your attack on the other one, then. That is a nat 1.
Oh, damn.
Which prompts a... So the way I'm going to do this is on the response attack. It's not going to be a double attack because that's only really on their turn. So only pay attention to the first damage if it hits. Not that it matters too much because you have 1 HP, but I'm just being clarifying about that. Let's see if they hit you with their attack of opportunity. 15 AC?
Nope, I have 17.
All right, then you whiff really hard on the second follow-up hit, but they whiff their responsive attack just mildly. It looked like they were good, but you regained your balance quick enough to bend your head back as the knife flings over it. And that is the end of that turn. As
just like circling each other in the air now.
The one on the ground is no longer stunned, but that's their entire turn, is basically getting up. And funnily enough, they are on the ground, and they're getting up from prone right next to Chaise. Chaise, would you like to take an attack of opportunity to see if you can add a head to your count?
All right, yeah, let's do this.
Fuck him up.
Fuck him up.
By the way, just for clarity of everyone, as part of that deal with the devil, I am removing the fire effect on you that would kill you inevitably next turn. You are welcome. Yeah. So this thing falls to the ground, grumpily gets up, starts getting up to his feet, and you turn around real quick, just like, hey, it's another assault on my person, and just swing around and cut off the head, and you just like, the head looks to almost like turn at you, just like, what the fuck, man, as it falls to the ground.
Turns and just doesn't
In
stop.
midair, I just take a big old chomp.
It's gone.
Meanwhile, in the background, an unconscious kobold is lifting up his tally board and puts another thing on the another dot on.
Yeah, just unconsciously lifts your hands up and lifts your tally board.
It's okay, Tommy's doing it.
Yeah, Tommy's doing it this time. Hey, boss.
No,
Zephyr.
Zephyr, that's a 21 to hit.
Oof. Yeah,
You don't have any means of redirecting that, so that is you getting knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
And you are also 40 feet in the air. So you're gonna hit the ground real hard. So remind me real quick how death counts work. Is it death saving throws and whatnot up until 3 in each direction?
So technically in Pathfinder, it's go negative and negative total, which would be your total health. So like if you go
so until you reach negative 21. So this is how we're going to do this for it. The base attack is only going to knock you to 0. So instead of going to negative 9, you're at 0. But calculate the fall damage.
That would be first in feet is always free. No, first in feet is always free.
All right, so 3d6 is how we should have been doing it, but regardless.
I assume that's how it was always.
Yeah. So roll 3d6. You take 16 damage, and you have a 1 point a turn bleed effect right now.
So negative 16.
So if you reach negative 21, you do actually start bleeding out
negative
proper.
26. Negative 26.
Oh, plus
negative
5.
26, and they're and it's not bleed out. They're gone.
Yeah, they're dead. So, if it takes a full 10 turns for anyone to stabilize you, you're dead.
Well, you said from the hit 0, then fall.
Yeah, so 0, then minus 16 from the fall. So you're negative 16, and you get 1 point a turn. So you have 10 turns.
Ah, gotcha.
That's how I'm doing it.
They can also still roll to stabilize. It's DC 10 plus sorry. I think it's usually DC 10 plus half the negative, so in this case you would need to roll DC 13.
All right.
Spell completed at the top of my round. GM question.
Shoot.
Would you describe this area as any of the following? Stormy area, rain shower. Clouds and wind. Hot and cloudy, or tornado?
Sadly, in this case, no. This is actually pretty stagnant weather right now.
Okay, so
actually really good flying conditions.
Okay, that's what I needed to know. Because the spell does 3d10 instead of 3d6 when it's in any of those conditions. Yeah, this guy, call lightning. He needs to make a reflex save.
Which one was it again?
The other mage.
Ah, the other orange. Gotcha.
Yeah, because once the mages are gone, we don't got to worry.
Said reflex save?
Yes, reflex save.
Okay.
DC 17.
Nope. Roll damage.
Save. That is.
I assume full damage is how it works with no save.
Full damage or half. So
it's 3d6.
3d6. And I can sustain the spell minute per level. 10 damage. And it's a bolt of lightning just... All of y'all here see and hear that. As Runt just points and the lightning strikes the bird.
Yeah. Still up. Obviously not happy. And you said you can sustain it as long as you're not interrupted, right?
Yep. And for my move, I'm going to 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, and drop prone. Giving me...
The first tile into grass is only 5, so...
I thought you said it was anything that's more than 75%.
Yeah, moving into more than 75% the first time is free. Of the fact... I mean, you're not even hindered by it.
No, but I'm going to the ground to make it harder for them to see and hit me.
Yeah,
That's
you're
why I'm
fine. So
laying
you're in prone. So we're gonna do the little net effect on you there. It's not really a net, but yeah. That is where you are, trying to hide, getting a little bit of cover from ranged attacks because you've been getting walloped by stuff. Yeah, which is basically everything else has still been having the opportunity to attempt to shoot at you. Ron is going to attempt to wake up the lizard again.
You can do it, Ron.
Negative.
That's the second 15 he's rolled.
He watches in awkward silence as you raise up this tick board and make a mark, and then fall unconscious again, and then attempts to beat your chest, and does not accomplish anything as a result. Rogart pulls out another bolt, and just for the sake of brevity, reloads quickly enough to take another shot in this circumstance, because Rogart barely can do anything anyway otherwise. And we're going on too long with this combat anyway. So this is a shot at it doesn't fucking matter because it misses anyone it could hit, but it doesn't critically fail, so there is no risk of hitting an ally. And after that, he proceeds to begin moving forward slowly. And that is the end of his turn. He moves 20 feet up here near where you guys are. And Chaise, it is your turn. Would you like to cleave again? Take attack at both of them at a -2 to hit.
All right. Yep.
It is funny that Kirby music is very fitting for Chaise. That one does not
hit. Just puffs up and just starts flying.
Try the second swing.
All right.
I'll just let you know, their AC is 18, so you need at least a 20 on the roll to hit them. It's not going well. As you fail that attack, they get an attack of opportunity. It's only the first dagger, but you have 1 HP, so it doesn't matter too much yet again. If they hit, they knock you out, which they don't. That's a 10. So sadly, Chaise, your turn has not yielded any lovely results considering the situation that you're in, but you are still up for the moment as the Warlock. Does the Warlock take any ill effects on the beginning of its turn as a result of your spell, Runt?
Depends. Did the lightning catch the grass around him on fire?
I will roll for that. I'm rolling a 1d4. On a 4, it does catch fire. Damn. Yes, that is fire, which
fire
can very quickly start spreading. So,
thing is, if I cast that start, I could do that as lethal. Anything in that target square. So, like, if there were more players, they would all be affected by the lightning bolts, a lightning strike, which would be just crazy.
So the way this fire is going to work is that it is going to randomly spread to 3 tiles next to every single existing tile per turn, because this is really dry grass and really quite flammable.
Well.
And I'm surprised it's the first thread we've had of fire.
Well, the birds are using fire, so I'm assuming they had a reason because caught fire.
Yes, but all of their fire things have doused you guys in oil and set you on fire specifically instead of the grass, so they have not done it. But still, I have to have this Warlock attempt to do something.
You can attempt to put the fire out.
It is going to 20 feet, 30 feet total. And in a vain attempt at what it is capable of doing within its range, it is going to attempt to Acid Splash Runt again. So
range attack suffer -4 because I'm prone.
It does a 15 hit.
No.
Yep, so a orb of acid swings by you as this being immediately got away from the fire, but it's still under the effects of your lightning.
Well, no, I can choose whatever. It's not just a single target. The spell is manifested, and I can control. Gotcha. 5 minutes can control the lightning.
Yep.
And I don't need to do a lightning bolt if I wanted to. I can choose to have it just sit there.
All right.
Things are looking bad for the misfits.
Yep, little bit bad. These rogues are going to continue to swing at you. They are wounded and are not in position to make their double swing attacks. So it is going to go from a multi-slash down to a singular slash. Not that that matters if they hit you, but that is currently their condition as for strength. 13 does not hit. 7 does not hit. They both miss you, Chaise. So you are still up.
Question. Does Chaise's thing also give them increased AC but reduces the rock?
The rock gives you increased AC, yes. It reduces your movement by half.
Or makes you metal?
Yep. I'm going to do the Rangers real quick. 2 of the Rangers shoot in an attempt. Well, one of the Rangers shoots at Rogart because he's the biggest target now. Another one shoots at one of the other horses. The last one shoots at Runt in vain with a -4. So we are going to see on top of their initial -2 from being in the deep grass. So this is at Rogart, which misses actually, and they fuck up. This is at one of the horses. One of the horses is struck in the head and falls dead. And this last one is a crit attempt at hitting Runt.
That's a natural 20, so that would hit. So that would be 4, 2 times. What is their long crit?
It's a ×3 crit on these.
6. Wait. So 6. 10. Right? 10 damage? Because I don't know why the multiplier is in the back like that. Because roll 20 does some weird shit. Because it rolls 3d12 instead of just multiplying the roll outcome.
Yeah, so 18. Just first damage ×3. We'll just do that.
Well, that's also multiplying the modifier. -18. Okay.
Oh, so 10. Yeah. Never mind then.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
So add 6, you're back up to 11. You're not at equals health.
I am equal to everything!
Hey, Zephyr, would you like to roll to come back up for me? To stabilize yourself?
Yeah, what would I roll?
Constitution saving throw, or probably a fortitude save, trying to beat DC 13 right now.
Yeah, fortitude save beating DC 13.
Yeah, you're no longer bleeding out.
You are no longer bleeding out.
All right. Step in the right
so
direction.
you are safe, but you are still out of the fight. Dive bombing double knife attack. Doesn't add anything. It's just a regular double knife attack, but it sounds cooler.
For a second, I thought
I'm
that
totally
was
gonna yell Team 4-star.
That hits, especially considering it's +4 for melee. once he gets in range. He is now on the
Yeah, I
ground.
don't know why, but that attack gave me such a huge Team 4-star reference vibe.
Okay.
Runt is getting pelted on. This rogue is now up to your face. It is now your turn, though.
Let me check something with gobbles. Gobbles, seeing me being attacked, is going to abandon his order of defending. And 5, 10. Oh, he was on Runt. There we go.
Yeah, so he was there. He had been moved off temporarily just to do another thing. So you're up there now.
Damn, he's just out of range. That's fine. Meanwhile, Runt, while concentrating, use anything to use the spell, so he wouldn't be taking an attack of opportunity from this. Points at this fucker right in front of him, and he needs to make a saving throw DC 17.
All right. Half damage.
Half damage.
So roll your damage.
3d6.
He barks a swear as he takes a jolt, but still stands.
Since I'm unhindered by these terrains, I'm going to crawl 5 feet away into brush.
Is that an attack of opportunity attempt?
Since I don't provoke, I can crawl 5 feet because of the terrain.
All right, gotcha.
Normally, since
Yeah, because of your trait, right? I forgot that part of it. Yes, you're right.
if it's difficult terrain, I couldn't even do a 5 foot into there.
Yep. Let's see if Ron manages. I am going to raise it up to a 19 or 20, and it's slowly going to get better as he attempts to wake you up.
Give it to him again. Yeah.
He rolled a 15, a 14, and a 13, and each one had a total of +1, so he's been going progressively downhill. Oh, joy. Sorry, Asch.
I know. At this point, if he hits a nat 1, I'm just dead. He's gonna snap my neck.
He's gonna accidentally slit your throat, like, oh,
shit.
Nobody saw that, right? Right? Okay.
I'm not a murderer.
They start young.
Drops the crossbow as he's running, as he comes up to Chaise's aid, and swings with his great axe at this beast. It does not hit, but he has now made himself a target as the Tengu crow thing steps aside. It is now Chaise's turn. Another cleave for you, my darling?
Another cleave.
Do it. Get it done.
Barely misses.
Should I roll again?
Second roll for the other target, yes. That one hits! And that one kills! As you finally get to pull out your best attack of murder. Murder is a pretty good attack.
Hey, DM,
as you swing your weapon,
DM.
the first one ducks underneath, the second one's head pops clean off. Yes? Yes, Scabo?
You forgot this.
What?
Fire.
Fire.
Oh, yeah. This is top of the turn order. I should do that. So,
Oh, can I have Gobbles have ready an attack action for anything that comes in reach?
yeah, that's fair.
Woo! Look at the fire go! Woo!
Yep, as it moves. Returning to
the
Chaise,
small.
though. Chaise got another fucking Ron looking as he's trying to do CPR. All of a sudden, his arms raise up again, and Ron looks aghast as if he's finally done it. And then he just makes another check mark, and his hands fall down.
Like leans up, looks aboard, one shock, leans back down. Then you see the blue screen in the eyes of Asch.
Just like reboot sounds stuck in the back. He just starts slapping you like, work, damn you, work!
You hear the
Why won't you work?
sound?
Please install Windows 11.
Alright, and with that, our spellcaster attempts another acid splash throw at Runt after moving a short ways forward. They're on the road now, so they have more movement. So they come up here and throw an acid splash at you, but of course, it's going to have the same -4 penalty as before. So that -4.
Nope.
That misses. There is now another acid splotch near you on the ground. The last of the blue-colored rogues alive turns and actually swings at Rogart instead. Only the first attack matters. I actually already modified it. They do take a swing, and they give Rogart a gaping wound in his shoulder. But Rogart stands firm and looks down at them, pissed off as all fuck. The ranger closest to Runt turns and sees the approaching flames and sort of decides to nope out of there. So they have fled the battle. The other two, however, continue to fight as one knocks another arrow pointing at the other horse because they want to completely stop this caravan, and the other one points at Rogart, shooting into melee combat. Horse. Second horse is dead. Rogart. That does not hit, actually. As it whizzes past his head and lands in the ground. But both of the horses have taken arrows to the skull despite being calmed by Rogart, and accordingly are both dead. Still doused, too. Zephyr's turn is not going to happen. Only one of the red rogues is still alive. Steps into the grass and attempts to sort of just like grab a Runt. So this is more of a grapple attack. They're attempting to drag you out. Drag you to your feet. And I forget how grapples work, which is great.
Needs to roll a grapple check, but if he doesn't have improvised grapple, he does.
If he doesn't have improvised grapple, what? You cut out.
If he doesn't have the improvised grapple feat, he does provoke.
Yep. So that was grapple. Where the fuck is my grapple check?
It's a CMB roll against my CMB.
Right. Combat maneuver. CMB.
That does not beat my CMB.
Fails.
I'm gonna smack his knees with my quarterstaff.
He's going to not get an attack of opportunity on that, but that is fucking hilarious.
Does my stick break?
No, I'm not even going to do that to you. I just think it's funny that you rolled that one.
This is the only time I've used. Basically,
yeah, it's the only time you used it and you crack it against. There's a crack in it. You're not happy about that. You're gonna have to mend that later. But it is your turn now.
Alright, Gobbles. I'm gonna order Gobbles to go first. 10, 15, 20. Sup, motherfuckers?
What's up, motherfuckers?
Strange avian swear screeching as this creature approaches them.
Autistic screeching.
Oh my god.
I'll say it, I'm autistic.
And slash.
Run smack.
Just kind of panic back and forth. Just
Wait, does Double, since he failed, get an attack?
I'm not going to go back and forth that much, but Run can get one.
It's still Run's turn. I'm not going to do.
Yeah, fair. I am going to roll. So his attempt at slashing back, instead of so this guy actually should have both daggers, but in this attack, the other one gets knocked aside by Gobble's tongue, so he is actually down to 1 dagger now. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Because he wasn't low enough health, I was going to pose that on him yet.
I was going to crawl back, point to this guy.
Reflex save.
Yes.
Half damage. But if you roll high enough, it may not matter. You did not roll high enough. That runs up or down. I think it's up. Either way, still standing. All right, Ron. We believe in you, Ron.
Not 20, go!
17, 18, or 19. It works. Damn.
He's slowly getting worse!
Is he seriously going down a steady incline?
Yes.
I think he's mostly going down a steady incline, yeah. Rocard is going to attempt to kill this other one.
Just let him have a crit game.
No hit there. Chaise, do you want to see if you can finish off this last one that's been bothering you?
Yeah.
Do it.
No -2 penalty from the cleave because it's only a single target.
Wait, we got something to deal with first.
Oh yeah, top of the turn order.
Do we have to keep reminding you we're trying to cause a forest fire?
I mean, we have at this point.
I'm
Chase in the back. We didn't start the fire.
Runt did.
Runt did it. He's the arsonist.
we just want to burning down this town. Like, well, now
we're not even in the town yet.
Listen, sometimes fires is good. That means they can introduce new birth, new ecosystems.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to cleanse the weak. To quote.
Well, it's also the forest's way of breathing.
You know, there is an entire forest that is made out of a single tree.
Yeah, it's a hive mind.
Yeah, it's the world's single heaviest.
So, the ones that would have spread as best they can, but if they spread onto a tile that's already occupied with fire, it doesn't double up. So that is the spread as of this turn.
Woo! It almost looks like a 4.
Oh yeah, Chaise did their turn, and we have big sword, go swish, head go gone, checkboard go up, rod groan again.
Big shot, big shot, big shot.
That was your chance to be a big shot.
Ron groans again in frustration at the fact that you keep raising your hand to do these check marks, but don't wake the fuck up.
It's like subconsciously doing it.
That's still Tommy doing it.
Right. Hey, Gobbles is going to get an attack of opportunity in response to this, but this is what the Warlock will attempt to do. And fail. So, Gobbles?
No.
Miss. Rogue, swinging at Gobbles.
Gobbles?
Single dagger slash. Oh boy. That is not a crit
Ow.
confirm. That is a nat 20 though.
That's a guarantee.
So it is a crit.
So, dagger is times 3.
Yeah, I believe so. So it is 12 plus 4 is 16.
No, it's times 2 because it rolls the dice equal times. Crucial Heart has 2 1d4 rolled.
Yeah. It actually did do it right. Okay. 13. Okay.
13.
Archer, shoot at Rogart. Archer, shoot at Gobbles. That is too much. It was only supposed to be 13, not 33.
I got 13. Oh, 55.
First at Rogart. Rogart gets hit. So does Gobbles.
88.
So, Chaise, would you like to attempt a weird save for me to block this aside from felling Rogart?
Kind of safe.
So, it's going to... I'm going to have you do a DC 20 dex save.
So a
Or reflex
dexterity
save. Reflex save.
A reflex save.
Oh, no.
Oh dear.
Oh,
It's not technically dead yet.
Yep, he actually does get down to negative 5 HP as he takes a big wound to his chest and falls down, and Ron screams out, "No!"
Ah, fuck it! Oh no!
All of the red all of the red rogues are dead.
Yeah. There's still
Runt's turn.
rogue. There's still a red rogue.
Oh, I had them take their turn on the blue rogue turn, whatever. So, they already did their thing. I misjudged, so that is too late now. It is actually your turn.
Runt is going to use his action to stand up.
Alright, you stand up.
Walk over to relative safety over here. Yeah, relative safety over here. Point at this one. No, you know what? Let's just say fuck it. We're pointing at this one.
Alright. Reflex save for you in just a second.
Reflex for
Half damage of 15, so that would be, in this case, 8.
okay, and another fire starts.
Alright, our 1d4. I rolled a 1d4 last time, and on a 4 it started, so let's see if we get lucky again. You do, bastard.
Ah! I will burn this continent to the ground.
Alright,
You fucking
Ron.
well.
Ron, in your distress, will you wake up, Asch?
Hold on. I still have my frog.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Asch gets up. One shot.
The
to
frog
board.
cleaves.
Goes to sleep.
Does the frog? If you'll allow it, I'll have him do a check.
That finally actually does the job. You see the fuck up down to 1 HP. But you're Gobble first?
Gobbles.
Yeah, I know.
Wanna,
I had already rolled it, so.
Do you want to do the 360 tongue cleave? Just see what happens?
Fucking roll for a cleave with his tongue.
Woo!
First one
Would
hits
he just swallow
and
him?
it kills. Second attack does not hit. But you do kill the orange gentleman who.
Let's just say the tongue just wraps around his fucking throat, just into his mouth.
No.
Nom 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 nom. Nom nom.
No, Rob.
Sandwiches good.
Gobbles begins chewing. Roll an intimidation check for Gobbles.
You joke, but it's a trained skill. Dribble comes out.
What?
That's even scarier.
Choose this guy alive in the cutest way.
Oh, that's adorable, and I hated that guy.
Oh,
Shit.
that's funny. That is
Rogart.
actually...
Intimidate -1.
Listen, he's not meant to look nice or scary. Let's look at him, for God's sakes. I'm already seeing just the cute puppy dog eyed.
That's a failure for sure. Chaise! There are archers over there in the tall grass. There is also a rogue still over here alive who you could actually feasibly reach.
Yeah,
There's also fire.
I can move over.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
moving-
fire. Go ahead and do your turn. I'll do this in the background.
I'm
Alright, we
moving
got
over
this-
there.
I'm gonna get this guy and fuck him up.
Can I fuck him up actually in this?
Do it.
All right,
Do it to him. Get him with the big one.
hit him with the big one.
Hit him with the big one. You don't got to worry about anything.
Yeah, I missed.
I fired again. I missed.
That does miss. Yes, sadly. As that is the end of your turn. All the blue rogues are dead. But I deleted the one for the red rogue, so this now represents him. As he attempts to swing at Chaise.
Miss, crit, miss, crit, miss. Damn.
Miss. It is a miss,
Miss.
but it's not a miss crit. The ranger it steps away from the fire around him and proceeds to see this fire, the other fire, and bolts, or at least begins to bolt slowly, as his entire turn is spent running double speed to this end. Run.
I will cast Cure Light Wounds on Rogert because I'm nice and I don't want NPCs to die.
The kobold is unconscious until he
He
got
heals.
revived just barely by 1 HP.
Rogert is at 1 HP.
So I'm at
He,
1.
he wakes up. He wakes up prone on the
Or
ground.
unless you want to consider anything healed from 0 to be. But like, it would heal as if it were 0. Unless.
Yeah. He'll be at 1 HP, but he'll still be unconscious.
Okay, and then I'm going to move over towards Zephyr.
Meanwhile, Asch was already at 0, and
Well,
Ron's attempt was to wake him
did
up.
It again. You did it again.
Ron, how do you feel about being an orphan?
Gobbles,
Hey, Gobbles, what do you feel about eating another motherfucker?
Gobbles, seeing his competition nearby, attempts to eat this one.
Gobbles gets a
Since-
plus 10 to
since
eating
they're-
it.
Technically,
Chaise,
since
you
they're
are- you are-
flanking, he gets a +4 to this attack.
Gobble
Which
sitting
wouldn't
in the
hit.
Supreme jacket, like
Which
nah,
does
my
not
head.
hit, no.
And so
Well,
H
that-
also gets the additional bonuses for making it easier to hit. Which means if you could power attack, you wouldn't be negating all of the minuses.
Aish? You mean Chase?
Chase. But yeah,
Chase,
Asch, I think it's your turn still, because I accidentally
Power
skipped
attack.
it.
I just fire a magic missile.
At who? The wounded one or the not wounded one?
At this point, I think it'd be wise just to start harassing the archers.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Roll
Give me
for
a
the
second.
damage you get.
I need to just keep this goddamn sheet open.
Well, I mean, you have been unconscious for the last, 6 turns, so I don't blame you.
There you go. I throw
All right, so 9 damage.
I throw a fat 9 at him.
Not thrilled. Fire spreads again.
We're literally gonna Vietnam them. Are we literally Vietnaming them? We're burning down the goddamn wildlife to get to them.
This is just a side effect of what I did. It started with Marasmus playing Tropic Thunder.
No, I think that one joke was mine.
You know, rolling for this shit is annoying. I'm just gonna randomly do it, like a few tiles a turn. Fuck it.
I thought you were going to do that after the first turn. There's already a blaze. I swear how easy would fit. We're assuming the one on the right would spread a lot faster.
There.
Yeah,
that is fire.
Erasmus originally was doing Vietnamese trench warfare. Remember? The swamp jungle fighter?
The Vietnam, I can't remember what it's called, Rising Sun. That was my joke, I believe, that I started.
Yeah, and he just embraced super hard. Chaise, let's see if you get this kill.
Right, let's do this.
Asch, now conscious, is just like, how did I add like 3 more tallies to this while I was unconscious?
I just realized Runt literally pinged me a fuck you Windows XP shutdown noise, you prick.
Swing! You feel yourself obligated to raise your arm over to the board and chalk up another head toll.
Reflex save to see if Gobble snatches it with his tongue.
Yeah, fucking do it. DC 16.
No, they're both like held onto the head. They're just fighting who has more power over it.
Let's do a dex roll off. Asch versus Gobbles. Or not, I mean, Chaise versus Gobbles. Roll a dex roll.
Yeah, Chaise, roll a dex.
Oh, I roll a dex throw. Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to see you get.
Yeah, you're facing off against Gobbles to see who eats the head.
Just a little bit quicker.
The frog snatches it just before you can get your lips around it.
The tongue's quicker than the eye.
And with that, the last couple of rangers sort of read the room or the planes and get the fuck out before they burn to death. And so that is the end of combat.
Quickly, he'll give
Trixie, can I ask one thing? Can I shoot one of them in the ass on the way out?
Yeah, pretty easily.
Zephyr, you heal 13, and then Runt is going to immediately go do damage control using Create Water to water off the edges of the fire so it doesn't spread past on both sides.
Oh no, Trixie, I am sorry to tell you. My Windows XP is now shut down. Doo-doo.
Dead.
just falls like unconscious again.
After the fighting is over and they finally left, Ron runs over to Rogart and helps and tries to shake his dad awake. Rogart grunts, so he's at least alive. And Ron just sort of like calms a little bit, but attempts to clean up the wounds as best he can. And meanwhile, the rest of you turn and see the rest of the caravan that had bolted to the very back of the back caravan during all of this to avoid being in the fight at all, look up and just like one guy says over top, "Is it over?"
Runt is doing damage control.
We don't have water.
Runt can create water. This is well.
Okay.
He's just you just watch him holding his hand out.
Just
there are 2 horses that were carrying the front cart that are now both dead. Accordingly, you are going to be slowed quite a bit because one of the extra horses from the previous caravan or one of the other carts has to be moved over to this and has to carry the entire burden on its own now. With a little bit of help from some of your good berries, it is able to keep up with the cart, but that doesn't improve its speed much.
Good berries and haul, which makes it triple its carrying capacity. As they're moving carts over and everyone's just going to do what you do when you kill a bunch of bandits. Loot. After, of course, the blaze has been stopped.
Yeah, you focus first on the fire, and you begin to loot all of these strange avian creatures. Amongst them, you find the 2 ranger corpses that you find were carrying longbows, and in their quivers, every single one of their arrows seemed to have a small package attached at the tip with a blade behind it. So it is a regular arrowhead, but right in front of that arrowhead is a small package. And as you poke at one of the packages, it gets burst slightly open. It doesn't splatter over you, but it oozes that same oil. And after a little bit of inspection, you realize this is just oil. It's just flammable oil. That's their entire thing. So they're shooting, and whenever the arrow hits, it splatters open and scatters this oil across the target.
Chaise?
And so for a total of that, you would have about 37 of those arrows left lying around that are now at your disposal.
Chaise is the only one among us that has a longbow, right?
I believe so.
So, yeah, hey, Chaise, take these. We can do what they were doing to others. These arrows, they have some of that. You know that stuff that was on you and you caught fire.
The death water.
Yeah, this is a bunch of death water. So
Just
use that
physically
with your bow and
winces in
arrow,
response to that revelation.
and then we can have Asch down there light it up.
So I go over to Asch and give him that?
No. You gotta shoot him with your bow.
Yeah, so the gimmick that they were employing, from what you gathered of their strategies, was that they had their archers and the warlocks able to douse people in some form of oil, because the warlocks had trained to do some form of oil-based drench ability, which is normally just like water. And they would subsequently follow that up with the warlocks attempting to ignite with a spark the arrowheads or whatever they could get their hands on to set whoever got lit up on fire. But they didn't manage any of that after Chaise. So you're the only one that got hit by the strategy I devised for them.
Okay.
Congratulations.
So I shoot my arrow.
You shoot your bow, and it can make them all gunky.
All right.
So add, what was it? You said 38?
Uh, 37.
37 arrows of oil. So if we're in a long range combat, you can pull the bow out, douse people in oil, and we could set them on fire.
All right. I shot one longbow.
Well, that's what we can do. If they're out of your melee range, we can have you use your bow.
Okay.
All right. I would like you to roll a 1d20 for me, Chaise.
All right.
As I am taking, mainly from D&D more specifically, a lingering injury. And I am basing it on the first table I found online because I am smart and plan ahead.
SMRT. I mean SMART.
Where we get
That does not work based on this system. Never mind, I need another one. That was
that's a D100. Trauma with D100.
piercing, poison. I'm looking for slashing. Because they're both using knives. This is what I'm doing. Minor internal injury. Whenever you attempt an action in combat, you must make a, in this case, DC 10 Constitution saving throw. So it's a pretty easy saving throw. On a failed save, you lose your action and can use reactions until the start of your next turn. You can, I'm just going to give this to you a little bit and state that this is not going to be a permanent wound, but it will last for the next 5 in-game days.
Okay.
So for the next 5 days, every time you attempt to attack, you have to make a DC 10, in this case, Fortitude saving throw is what it actually is. And if you fail, you lose your attack and you lose your reaction.
Okay.
So I will write that down.
Ping, 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 ping.
There we go. I'm just going to type it up a sec. I'm going to also add duration 5 days. So that is what you got from your deal with the devil.
Okay.
But you were, considering how many kills you got, the fact that you took that deal with the devil and remained awake and capable of fighting did save you guys quite a bit.
That was major.
Oh, yeah.
Especially considering they kept missing you when it mattered. But that is what happens in that situation. Zephyr gets stabilized to 1 HP and is in pretty bad condition.
I healed them 13, so I would assume move from 0 up, but...
Okay, yeah, so you heal up to 13, Zephyr, but you're still not in the greatest of conditions. Rogart, did you heal Rogart, or...?
I would have been spending whatever heals I had left to cure Rogart.
Right, did you roll for Rogart's heal, or no?
I can roll again. Well, I gave him the 1, but I haven't done the second one. I'm trying to see what I can do. It'd be another 7 for Rogart.
Alright. That at least gets him moving at a decent pace.
Here's one for Chaise, giving her 10. Give me 10. Runt is going to be fine. Just take the day to heal.
Chaise takes you gain an additional 10 HP back, Chaise.
Tomorrow I will be planning different spells to help accommodate the lack of...
Yep. The fire is quenched. There is a giant lot of soot and smoke in the air. So if anything else were to be in the area, it would notice it. Luckily for you, nothing seems to come as a result of that. And to wrap things up a little bit, the encounter has ended, and you come back to looking around at these corpses around you, continuing your looting for what you need to do. And you come to the conclusion, after looting through them, that the daggers that they had were pretty basic. You got a total of 37 of those weird arrows that explode into that flammable substance. And on the last one, you find a message written on a piece of parchment in a language that none of you understand. Do you have a spell that lets you read foreign languages, Runt? Or is that only hearing and understanding vocally?
Let me check. That would be...
Oh, I've been talking to you. Trix, would comprehend language work in this situation, or would it not?
Read it as is, because some of them are more explicit. Spoken words. Or read otherwise incomprehensible written messages. Yes, that would work.
Pop it.
Alright, so as you come to, eventually, from scrounging around them, you find this letter, and,
technically, I don't have comprehend languages on myself, but... Oh, no, that was... It was shared language, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was share language, so you don't have anything, but Asch does.
Yeah, Asch would.
So in this case, Asch, you get they eventually hand the sheet of paper to you through scrounging and everything, as the rest of the party is trying to
weakly hold up the
rework
paper to myself.
And you read in this language that you still can't decipher what language it's supposed to be, but you can understand it magically now. a message that you can roughly translate to the god needs sacrifices or food. You can't really tell which one it means.
God needs
sacrifices / food.
Food. This makes little sense. What do you think?
Do any of these creatures have like any any
Uniform.
Any unifying symbolism?
Yes, that's what
you're looking for. Their clothing is all black robes of very much the same fashion. As for symbolism, you find a simple like beak-like mark etched into mostly the back of each of their robes, but it is relatively straightforward. It's just like the lines of a beak shape with another line in the middle to indicate the center of the beak, and that's all you really get.
Right. So basically, I'm doing this because kind of something similar with the religion I'm in. That's why I was okay. Yeah. So okay.
Also, I could easily call our old friend. Do you guys not remember?
The rock giant?
The stone giant.
Stone giant, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, so I just put him down as communication gem stone giant.
I mean, do you decide to do so?
Not currently.
Wait, communication? You said gem?
Yeah, this was given. He literally handed it to me when we parted ways with him. Remember?
He was like, "Use this to call me, beat me if you want to reach me."
Is that what this big red stone is?
Call me, beat me if you want to reach me.
That's what the gem is under at the bottom. Communication gem.
I have in my inventory something called a big red size.
No, I have the communication gem. It's in my inventory.
So what's this?
Yeah, it was inevitably handed to Asch, as I recall, so it may be that you just logged it as well, but you don't actually have it on you. But yeah, you do have a means of communicating with the stone giant. And you have to rest up. You are, just so you know, you are about half a day's travel from reaching the village. And as of right now, it doesn't seem like there are any other lingering threats approaching.
We make the journey.
So with that, at the end of this, you all make your journey into the village after you take about a good half hour even to readjust the cart and everything and make sure everyone's okay and patch up wounds and stop staunch bleeding and all that stuff.
Zephyr opts to stay in the cart this time. She's
maybe a good idea.
Gonna relax and think.
Yeah, maybe a good idea for you. Yeah, Zephyr and Asch are both in the cart, really wounded and having been knocked out at some point. Chaise is almost there, but managed to stay up, but has a pretty bad injury, so you are likely to be in the cart as well. The person in the best condition, arguably, is Runt, funnily enough, but you're still fucked up a good bit. This was a rough fight. And you proceed to Morstan. Finally, the party takes another half day or so to arrive at the outskirts of the village, and you come into a seemingly normal human-like village. There is... Give me a second. I'm going to do this real quick.
Oh, the misery.
Everybody want to be my enemy.
You come into a small village. The town is quaint. to say the least. It is smaller and less intricate than Stantrum. It doesn't have the benefit of being a port town, so it doesn't have easy access to foreign materials. So everything is locally sourced, from the looks of it, from how these things are built. It is very small population. The few people you do see wandering about or walking about with almost a limp half the time, holding their stomachs, not in good condition. It is obvious that things are in desperate conditions here. The structures are still structurally sound, but nobody seems happy or well fed. And as you enter this town, the caravan proceeds without you to predestined location. And as he passes by, Rogart hands Runt a small sack and says, "You earned this."
I'll look in the sack. What's it?
200 gold.
Not bad.
Runt's like, "Where's
Split
Rhoda?"
that among you evenly.
I think we've established that Runt does have positioning. After learning from Rona and the shop mistress.
You have the most rudimentary knowledge of how currency works, but it's still pretty damn foreign to you.
Sure, Runt will put all of it away.
You just know that this thing is valuable to Longshanks in some way, so I should probably not just throw it away willy-nilly.
Right. Sure, Runt will hold on to it for now.
I'm waiting for the end of this campaign when Runt is running like an entire business empire.
No, he owns the entirety of Morgram. It's a corporate empire.
He is the oil baron of Morgram.
I mean,
no, he has all the oil.
Real.
He has
How much money does everyone have right now? How much money does everyone have right now?
I got 128 gold. 26. 126.
I think I'm 257 of my own money.
125.
And Chaise hasn't necessarily been keeping track, but that's fine. Still, the point stands.
Shiny stones.
We have a lot of shiny stones.
But here's the thing, Chaise. What color are coins?
Yellow.
Are they red?
Coin color.
They're yellow? They're green?
Okay, we need to establish this.
I don't know what color they are, but they're shinier than everything else.
So we can establish Chaise can't see red.
I just don't think Chaise can see color to begin with.
Is there a name for that specific kind of colorblindness? Colorblindness can't see red.
Chronoman? No, wait, no.
I know
I think
there's
they're
Duden, which means they can't see red-green.
Protanopia are unable to perceive any red light. So, Chaise has Protanopia.
So it's all blue and gold.
She can see the ocean. She can see gold.
So we've established.
So yeah, we've established
her
her specific.
Chaise can see. Protanopia, the bottom right one. So red is like
Bottom left one.
Yeah, bottom left one. So the color red is kind of like a grayish
A
color
dull
for you.
gold. Dull gold.
Dull gold.
So you can see gold.
So that's why you like the color of blood so much.
Lovely.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. But yeah, with that revelation of Chaise's colorblindness properly established, this is where we will be ending off for today as we go into tomorrow, and you guys get better stock of the situation around here. Everyone, let me do a quick calculation for how much XP you've gotten.
Yes.
Listen, all we need is 400 to level. That was
Every single one of those crows that you killed was 800 XP. So
yeah, so we're at least level 6.
You killed 1, 2, 3, 4 gobbles, 8, 1, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Just exclude this one because Gobble.
8 times 800, so 6,400. So that's how much XP you got. Whatever you have plus 6,400. So you have leveled up to level 6. We can do that in the interim between now and next session.
You said 6,400?
6,400. 8 times 8. 800 times 8.
So we got 6,400 experience.
Yes. So you are 6,000 above level 6.
I think at this point it may be better to swap, instead of experience leveling, swapping to milestone. Yes.
All right. Fair enough.
Because we are level 6 and we are currently at 29,000 and we again.
Yeah. All right. So as you guys reach level 6 and going forward, we will go by milestone.
And also getting our shit stomped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that means that lets him plan more towards tailored encountering instead of trying to get the jump.
You're trying to come up with creative solutions to the problem instead of just maxing out your kill count.
Yeah.
So that is how we are proceeding going forward. So we have had the first 6 levels here at XP base, but in the meanwhile, let me wrap up a little bit here. Thank you everyone for joining us. I hope you have enjoyed today's combat session. Next time, we will be getting a little bit more information, supposedly, about what's been going on out here in Morston, the decrepit town that has been getting assaulted by these strange crow-like figures who don't happen to be a certain Zephyr's coven, luckily for them, or unluckily, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, she's feeling pretty sore about
Bittersweet.
either way, but that might also be the getting stabbed and falling on a rock.
Oh yeah.
Did you land on your back or your front?
Doesn't matter. Fucked up.
Chaise, do you remember what we agreed on for your next feat? I remember I gave you 2 options.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone say bye first before we talk this.
No.
Bye first. Bye
Bye
first.
first. I hope you have a lovely
Cool.
birthday.